Whoa, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It is a pre-record. Something's going on with Facebook. I don't even know. I don't want to know. Actually, I want to know what's going on with Facebook. Anyway, 1348. I'm standing in the door entryway of 1348. And we were going to do a live version of this morning like we always love to do and bring you the live shows. But we're going to do a pre-record because something's going on with, what is it, Abigail? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, PayPal, eBay,
Yeah.
I5, I10. It goes over to, anyway.
Yeah.
That's a joke, but something's going on. One thing I want to show you before we head that way, which means down towards service, is take a look at this. Jeremy, this is a 55-inch. So that's one of the things that I really like about when we do this type of bay entertainment bay television. We can put a 55-inch in here because of the way we stow it. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I know they're working on it, but it gives you a lot of options. First, the number one option it gives you is the size of this TV. 55-inch, which I think is the industry leader. This is the largest TV you're going to find in a bay from a stock standpoint or from a standard standpoint. And it's got a great sound bar. If you haven't heard our quad slide, this is actually a triple 1348, but this is what we do on our quads. It can pivot all the way around both ways, so depending on where you're sitting on your patio side, you can take a look. And also, this arm moves. You take this little guy right here, and this whole arm moves. I'm not going to move it because these guys are here working, but very cool. Lots of options. And a big size TV, which I'm a fan of. Let's go this way, you guys. Hope everyone's having a good Monday morning. Obviously, Facebook is not, but that's why we're pre-recorded. We're going to bring this to you. We're still going to show you what's going on at Marathon. And yeah, so let's take a look. We're going to walk down here. We're on the east side of the production floor. This is a quad slide. This is coach 1359. We were actually in this coach, what was it, 2 weeks ago, showing the difference between an H quad and an X double slide. So that's 1359. We're gonna move. This is another custom coach. A lot of work being done on the production floor right now. Oh, and another thing, I wanted to show you this shirt. This is kind of the latest style from Marathon. Isn't that cool? So you're going to see that at shows and events and down in the desert here in Indio soon. So Coach 1350 right there. Custom coaches, designer choices. 1353, another custom. This one's also a custom. Looks like we got all customs on the east side of the building right now. 1351. And we're going to walk down to the service department, and I want to walk through there, show you how a busy Monday morning looks. We've seen that before, but there's a floor being done on a like a 20-year-old coach. I think it's 21 years old, and just a beautiful floor that Wes is working on down there right now. So we're going to go down. We're going to go right through here, John, because I want to walk through the parts department. Before we walk in here, this is kind of the front lines of production. You've got this side of the building. There's your guys. We're working on the show here. Facebook had problems this morning, so we're doing a pre-record. But so you got Danny and Shane over here from our shipping department, and then we're going to go in and show the parts department. See that? You got to ask the right guy. All right. Thank you, Danny. So this is the parts department, and this room runs pretty much the entire length, and there's lots of things in here, from wiring to prefabbed parts, and then this is kind of a lockup area where lots of electrical appliances, all kinds of different things. But it's got a lot of parts that are used in the coach building process. Here's bedding. So this is also an area where for our service department, they can access everything from bedding to cleaning supplies. And then this door will take us right into, it's a huge wrench. Take a look at that, 2-inch. And then right into our service department. And as you can see, it's a busy Monday morning down here. All right. I know that this guy, this is 1250. He got a new slide seal. I know they were working on just the finishing touches of a new slide seal on 1250. Excited for the new owner of Coach 1250. This is a beautiful coach, 1256. Here's a new coach, 1332. That's another thing about our service department is you'll see coaches that are brand new, like 1332, and then you'll see coaches that have been around for a couple of decades, like this guy right behind me. This is coach 0573. I want you to get a shot of the exterior of that paint job because it's really cool. Riveted side, non-slide, XL. It's just a classic look. And the owners are upgrading their wood floor. Took out the carpet and we're putting in this beautiful wood floor. And it's a lot of work. I was talking to Wes earlier about this and how much work goes into doing this. And John, you don't even have to come all the way in here because we'll show them later because I want to take them back to the bedroom when all of this gets done. But as you can see, you guys, there's a lot of work as the sofa's been elevated and taken up. But each piece had to be cut, sanded, stained. This is very, very good hardwood floor. It's a stranded bamboo. And Wes was showing me just how much work went into it. And they had to do some hand sanding on this project. I know they started with after they got the piece cut, I was watching Wes. I think he started with 80 grit and went all the way up to 400. And then they sprayed it and stained it. And so it's just it just looks beautiful in here. Man. Okay. So this is a coach that we're going to come into. This is coach 573 or 0573. This coach, we're going to come in after it's done and after everything's cleaned up so you can see the entire floor. But I wanted to kind of show you that we're working on this project. Probably another, judging from what I see, probably another week. We might be able to come out here next Monday. Hopefully live if Facebook comes back. And then, you know what? Let's go back this way, John. We're going to go outside. I want to show you a couple of coaches that are outside. Hey, Jeff. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Everyone's out there doing their thing, being safe. Fall weather has come to the Pacific Northwest. And, gosh, we had some serious fog this weekend in the Eugene area. If you haven't been to our service department here in Coburg, and you'll see behind me all the pictures of the staff. Now that staff reflects not just our service guys, but our paint team. Paint team for production and for service. So I know that Chris and Kurt, Chris Welch and Kurt Nelson, the manager and the assistant manager in this department, those two guys were just in the process of updating these photos. So we got some new photos up there. But another thing that's really cool, and we're not going to show all the details of that, but every work order gets posted on the wall so that guys that are working on whatever coach they're working on, they get a chance to go to that work order and sign things off. It's just a really good organized way that Coburg does it. All right. So I wanted to bring you out here and show you a couple of things. Gosh, it's a nice morning though. I like this. No rain yet this morning. It's cool. It's supposed to be about mid-60s today here in Coburg. But as you can see, and I'll let John pan around, there is a lot going on from a service standpoint with coaches. That's 1265 you're seeing right there. And then lots of coaches over here. We could still work on coaches when they're in the what we call gazebo lane, because we've got a gazebo back here also. But I want to show you this paint job over here. This is one that we show, this was close to 2 years ago. Maybe not that long. Jackson Hole floor plan, quad slide. How many of you guys remember this paint job? This is one of those custom paint jobs that always impressed me, not just because of the little details, but the candy paint on this is absolutely beautiful. Take a look at the detail, John, if you want to get some close shots in here. That candy paint is just beautiful. And John, take a look down here, the barbed wire. This is Coach 1318, guys. You'll probably remember this one. But it's got a nice pinstripe of barbed wire that runs throughout. This is a really cool thing. Take a look at the private coach with the Marathon logo. And then if you go to your left, John, you'll see that smoke. And the smoke runs all the way through the side of the slide out and up and then away. Isn't that neat? It's just too cool. Too cool. Well, since we don't have you live this morning, we're not going to have any questions. But a big thanks to John and Abigail for tailing around with me today. And big thanks to all of you for hanging with us. And a big thanks to Facebook for being down today. So it gives me the opportunity to be pre-recorded. Other than that, you guys, be safe, be yourself, and do good things. I'll see you next Monday. And don't forget, if you're looking to get into a new coach, I'm also a salesman. That's my paramount job here. MalW, M-A-L-W at marathoncoach.com. Get at me and let's get you into a coach. See you next Monday.